smile on stop! Yay! Another week. sorry. Na-pause pa. No, I'm not pause. I'm like just been talking and have had like really very good speaking engagements, no? Oh, exciting. I'm gonna tell you what it is. And we got two topics, really very nice topics. But I have a question for you. Do you watch movies? And what kind of movies do you watch? I'll see you. So, I'm back. What will be our two main topics for today? One, I'd like to share with you that I had a very good, should I say, speaking engagement last weekend. Last weekend means Sunday. And our head office from Japan sort of invited me to speak about leadership and my points of view about, socioeconomic status of the Philippines and, politics. And guess how many people and what age were my guests? Okay, they are basically junior high school from a prefecture in Japan, and they're like between 13 to 15, 17 years old, I think. And I really had a great time with them because their questions were really super smart. One of the examples I'm going to give you is this, okay? She said, we are being educated here in this school, and we were told that Japan is a powerful nation, that we influence the whole world in a lot of positive ways. But she said, it was a girl who asked a question. She said, but I made my own research and I saw that during World War II or during the Pacific War, there were a lot of people that the Japanese people killed. What can you say about it, and how did it affect the Philippines? I was like, oh, I was put on the spot. And my answer was this. Wait, before I answer that, she actually made some, not a correction, but an additional information that what's being discussed in their school is nothing near it, or it's not being told like the details of what happened in the Pacific War or during World War II in 1945. Why did she make mention of that? Because in my slides, I only put like one dot and I said there, World War II Japanese occupation. That's it. I did not expound on that. I expounded on what the Philippines or how the Philippines was like during that time. Now, the way I answered it was before I answered it actually was like, am I supposed to answer that? Like, I was like quickly thinking in my mind, like, I don't want to be too political in my response, and I didn't also like to be politically wrong or sound like I'm bashing the Japanese like way back. So I said, okay, what I'm going and how I'm going to answer you are based on facts. Like, okay, like way back in early 1940s, Japan bombed the Pearl Harbor, and that's a fact. So it was Japan who started the war. And because of that, like moving forward, the Americans retaliated, and they thought of, if they're not going to stop the war and, the alliances with other countries, they had to do something. So what they did was they bombed Nagasaki and Hiroshima. I think, you know that part. So in between, I focused more on what is personal to me in terms of how my family got affected with World War II. And I'm not involved in it, definitely. It's more of my parents, my mom, and my uncle who fought in the war. So I said that it's kind of different when you say there was a revisionism on their part, on the Japanese history, because for me that wasn't revisionism. Them not knowing the details doesn't mean it doesn't happen or didn't happen. Them not knowing the facts before because it's not in the textbook, it's not like revisionism of what's happening here in the Philippines. So what happened before was a fact. Why did I compare it with the revisionism of what's happening here in the Philippines? Because here, it's whatever happened before is being padded with lies of something that is not true. So that's different. What's happening in the Philippines right now is something like, oh, okay, this didn't happen. One of the pictures that actually I got alarmed with was like a picture of Cory Aquino and having a mahjong session with the nuns, with the Carmelite sisters. There's so much insulting the sisters. My God, I love and I respect the Carmelite sisters so much. I mean, are they that desperate? I call it a desperate move. Like, hello? Are you that disrespectful? Just to prove something that is actually, not true and not real? No, you don't do that. No. No. And why did I ask you if you guys watch movies? Because part of the revisionism is that by tomorrow, that's actually tomorrow, they are going to launch a movie in somewhere there. I'm like, why do you have to do that? One of the promises they had, this family who's sitting now in the government, is that they would like to influence people to, whitewash whatever they did in the past. But why do you have to do that? Why can't you just accept the fact that your father did that? Your family is enjoying all the loot and apologize, for real to the Filipinos and do something good about your life and the Filipinos. Gosh, stop doing this. So unlike what Japan did was like, okay, we are very sorry, we're not going to start the war, and we would like to promote peace. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Revisionism, making the past covered with all the white lies and all the lies and fabricated stories and fake news, is not something that people just accept. No. Hello? My uncles went to jail because they were so vocal about their position. No, we're not gonna allow that to happen. So, rather do something good and not bad, isn't it? So I'm near my office. So lessons learned. You know what? When we were kids, we were always told to tell, the truth and always speak the truth. So I'm not sure how and what kind of upbringing that the current, people in the government are living with, because I'm not sure. How were they brought up? I'm not really sure. So this is something to ponder upon, because do not ever compare the making up. Japan is making up for the losses they made like way back 70 years ago, as opposed to revising the history books. It's not gonna happen. Really, it's not gonna happen. Not in my time. No, not in my time. So stop doing that. We have to learn our lessons. You made a mistake, apologize, and do something good about your life and the lives of the Filipinos. I think that's the best way to do it, isn't it? So, before I reach the office, I hope before you end this vlog, you're going to subscribe and be with me in the next vlogs. Again, this is again part of the principles of sustainability. What kind of influence are you standing up for? What kind of meaning making are you making? I will have to repeat that over and over because we have to be very competent and very, correct in all the things that we are giving information to our children and our children's children. We cannot live in lies and fake and fabricated stories. So, I'm near just one corner away. So, be with me guys in my next vlog, okay? And thank you Greenies. I love you so much. I truly, truly love you all. I'll be with you guys again. Bye. See ya.